What's up, brethren? I think it's time for a longer game. I'm rated 1501 in rapid, and we're just going to do a 1510 and see what happens. Nobody wants to play 1510 against me. Okay, got an opponent, V Repent, rated 1521, and we're going to play e4, see what we get. And we've got a Siciliano now. I have been playing the wing gambit. It's dodgy and it's risky, and I don't know it very well. What should we do? Do we go wing gambit? Do we go Smith Mora? Or do we let's carry on with the Grand Prix? I feel like a longer game. Oh. Well, this is very un-Grand Prix like. So I'm going to play f4 anyway and grab control over this chunk of the centre. Okay, this pawn is defended by my knight. So I think I can just go ahead, and play knight f3. Just had my breakfast, so just waiting for that stuff to settle. Okay, I'm going to throw my bishop out and try and dislodge the knight. Okay, now I can trade off. This is okay. And now I get to build this light squared pawn structure. I get to castle, and this bishop's, I don't know, what's he going to, is he planning d5? If d5, he's got 1, 2, 3 defenders. I've got 1, 2 attackers. If d5, can I just push on and remove the f6 square from his knight, maybe? Do I have to worry about this? Because then if d5, there's also a threat of d4 with a fork. So, not too happy about that one either. This is a funny old structure. Theory, I've got... Oh, hello, actually. But that feels like I'm giving something away there. I don't know. I'm struggling to evaluate how good is this bishop, and not how good is it now. Does it have potential as a clergyman? I don't know. Am I worried about the move d5? Should I kind of develop and maybe long castle? But then he has got these advanced pawns up the queen side. If I just short castle now, and he plays d5, my king is not in line with the bishop. I can just push on. Okay. Sometimes you just need to defer to plan A. You know, if you can't see a problem, don't start second guessing yourself. You know? Okay. Right, bishop attacks pawn here. Bishop defends. I could push on with winning a tempo. Also, by the way, removes f6 from the knight, making this bishop look a bit stupid. Then, I mean, my dark square bishop's not looking all that clever anyway. But then, bishops can lurk and play a part later on. So, do we revert? Do we revert to the normal plan? Can't see a reason why not. Opponent's actually playing very quickly here, remember. So opponent has played 8 moves now and used, 30 seconds. Because he had 50 extra seconds. There we go. Now, it must be noted that one has no light squared bishop. But this is not a bad thing. So I'm thinking okay, queen h4. Queen g3 is, you need to decide between these two squares in the Grand Prix. So here, yes, this pawn is pinned. If he castles now, what's my attack, right? Queen h4 and castles. And then my knight can come in with a mating threat, which will prompt a pawn move. So, if his knight should move, how about... But if his knight should come here, let's say I put queen on h4, his knight comes here. I don't really want to be trading off queens. That is not a bad old square for the knight. But then can I... I mean, I can't push straight away because I lose my queen, but... I don't know. I think there's something that needs to happen first, maybe. Queen here, knight straight away there. I'll probably just drop back. That doesn't feel too good. I've got this quite decent centre here. What can I do with it? Maybe I need to improve my bishop. Maybe I need to fianchetto my bishop. Or get it to c3. Yeah, let's do that. Might even route this knight round here. Yes, my opponent played all of his first 7 moves. The longest was 2.4 seconds. So he's not giving it a lot of thought. But then 11:15, and now this is a longer one as well. He's having a think. But I like this structure. It's very familiar to me. It's very Vienna-like, actually, apart from there's no light squared bishop anymore. But my dark square bishop can come here, and that is a very, very merry square for a bishop. So queen here. Maybe then knight in, or knight in now. And bishop to there with immediate checkmate threat. There's got to be dealt with. I think I should probably put my queen here now, because if I move my bishop, I'll undefend this pawn. So let's... Or should we try h4 now? h4, he can still bring his knight in. If I push here and takes... Now let's do queen g3. Yeah. So I've been on my kind of brain food hack last couple of mornings. So instead of my normal bacon, eggs and toast with an ounce of lard and about an ounce of butter, I skipped the toast and I had instead quite a large portion of sardines, like 4 sardines and fried eggs. I'm definitely feeling very much on the calm side. Also took a couple of supplements, but today there was a nice kind of ancient grains loaf in the bread bin. I thought, no, I'll try it, switch back. I do notice that, when I have carbs now, particularly anything with sugar in, sugar makes me gassy and quite uncomfortable. Okay. This brings me joy. For one thing, I mean, the natural move here is e5. And that is just going to push the bishop back and lock it out of the game. But more than that, if I lock this part of the board here, right, all his stuff has got to come round, hasn't it? It's got to come round that block. Whereas I've already got a queen, I've already got a knight. Yes, I've got a bad bishop. But this knight might also come in as well. There's still no... But again, still, his knight could be an annoyance. So do I actually want to take here? No, if I... I've got to be careful that there's a bishop and a rook looking at that. But if I take here, I'm blocking it. But then if he pushes... Takes, queen takes, that's okay. This is tricky because he's got these potentially very dangerous bishops. If I push, I shut down his dark squared bishop but bring his light squared bishop to life. I don't know what to do. Got knight here takes. Knight here takes queen across in some way. I don't really want to bring his light square bishop into the game, but can't he force that anyway if he wants to trade off? No, that's actually okay. It's okay, he's capturing towards the centre, I am as well. Actually, no, then he's... Okay, I'm going to go with a knight. If in doubt, front foot principle here. But it does feel like a gamble. He may just do this. Which is not the end of... Well, we weren't expecting that, boys and girls. Okay, so what he's thinking is if I attack, he's going to push on, then defended by his knight, but then his knight doesn't have that square. Also, should my knight move, potentially I might have bishop h6, which could be nice. Knight, no. Push. Okay, I'm thinking let's prompt this move. Then I just come back. No, prompt this move. Yeah, sorry. So the pawn there means the knight doesn't have g6. And I don't have to move back. If he puts his knight there, I'll just take on h5. So I think he's going to have to push that. His king can't progress. What? Okay. Well, we have time, guys, to... Let's do a proper review. Could be using the Gromit method here, couldn't we? 89 accuracy. Why did he resign? There's no reason. Okay, apparently White was slightly better at the end, but that is, man, that is an arm wrestle. Look at that. Look at that. All right, let's go. B6. Yeah. It's an odd setup. Okay, it says knight f3 is best, but the whole point is to put the knight behind there anyway. D4. D4 there and queen takes? Okay, but we're splitting hairs. There are no mistakes in this game, I don't think. Okay, so that's inaccurate. It should have come into my position. Best move there, immediate d3. Probably doesn't matter because then I play d3 and it's actually should have castled. I hate the fish sometimes. Not the sardines. The sardines appear to work. Oily fish, this is the point. Omega-3 fatty acids. But it's better to get it in like a natural form, you know, through the fish itself, or ruminant meat rather than supplements, which can go rancid and whatever over time. Anyway, so yeah, it wanted me to castle. I'm just building my structure. Now castles is best. Woo! Okay, good move. Inaccurate. F5. F5 here. Okay. Okay, let's figure this out, right? The principle is we are castled, he ain't. So, try and bust open this end. Now, if he recaptures with F, I don't like your position, my son. I mean, we're talking minimal, We're talking half a pawn. But let's play with this. So, I mean, if he takes here, that would be poor. I'm sure it's going to be inaccurate. Because then actually we would recapture, eh? Yeah, so that would be inaccurate. Should actually have played f6 because then we do this, and actually his best move now, according to the machine, is to move the king. So I didn't think of that. I just didn't think. The principle is opponent's king's not captured. We have advanced pawns because I cleverly played f4, even though the computer didn't like it. f5, right? Sacrifice Freddy. I like that. I like the idea. It's just that I'm defaulting to principles. I'm defaulting to look. Well, I've already played 1, 2, 3 pawn moves. Yeah, well, not in that order, but I've played 3 pawn moves. And You know, so I shouldn't be making any more pawn moves. Well, they ain't no should. These aren't rules, these are principles, okay? So pushing here. So let's say he doesn't take. If f5 is best, queen c7 it's saying here. Okay, well this pawn's defended twice. Now do I take? Is that the best? No, because it's saying now d4. Oh, hang on, no. Queen e2. Really kind of putting the blockers on this idea. Let's just pull up the lines from here. It's saying for white a4. Yeah, a4 is a general purpose, you know, move preventing that, I guess. But I do say a4 quite a lot, and I don't play it myself very much. Or queen e1. Yeah, so now queen e1 is a good move. The other one being queen e2. But certainly getting the queen in line with your opponent's king is not a bad thing to do. But yeah, it's saying we shouldn't be taking here. If we take, probably d takes. Yeah, d takes here, and it's actually equal. Interesting stuff, but hey, I'll take the 8 points. Thank you very much. Not much to go on with that game, I'm afraid, guys. But while we're here, let me show you a nice position. Okay, so this is a game that I played against the Nelson bot last night, right? So this is just on the tablet against the bot, and there's a really, really cool position in this. So obviously he plays the wayward queen, I defend, he double attacks. And you've got to be on your toes, you know, this is like the biggest blunder here is knight f6, thinking I'm going to kick the queen, but you kick the queen all the way to f7 and get checkmated. So you can't do that. So we'll just talk through it quickly. The moves are here g6, which does kick the queen, or queen f6. Okay, I went for queen f6 on the idea that I don't want to be moving my pawns unless I need to, and it's a developing move. Right, but we're preventing mate on f7. He brings out his knight, 2 attackers on this pawn, 2 defenders. I bring out my bishop likewise, which means that this knight is now effectively pinned because I can get queen takes f2 check, forcing the king to move. His knight now comes in to the position, and now g6 is pretty much forced because he's got 3 eyes on f7. Okay, so queen comes back now. Very, very common situation here, right? Facing off of queens on these squares. I see it a lot in the kind of positions I play. I would much rather let him capture so I get to develop my knight, because if I capture, he withdraws his knight and it's very equal. Maybe the tiniest bit of initiative for black, but I have got this slight weakness here. Okay, so I now come in knight d4. Very typical. I think I played this move in my over the board game the other day. Very thematic move for white and for black in Vienna-like positions, and this is not a Vienna, but I'm recycling. Okay, so now he trades queens, right? But I'm still threatening c2. King moves. Okay, I castle. Right, even though my dark squared bishop is away from home, it should be sitting in there, but there ain't no shoulds. Okay, f4. Nelson's coming aggressive now, right? I take, free pawn. He pushes to harass my knight. I counter-attack his bishop, right? So I'm figuring this bishop's actually quite a pain. It's got the f pawn pinned. If he wants to double his pawns and completely open up this c file, right? His king can't castle anymore. This rook's stuck in. This rook's not yet woken up. Okay, he takes, I take. So did I make, is this a blunder? Because takes and takes, he can take another piece. This is a continuity capture. But he doesn't, he does that. Okay, so I'm thinking here, that was actually a blunder, right? But he moves his king because it's Nelson. For some reason, because it's like fairly late at night, I missed this. I missed the fact that my bishop's hanging, and now he takes, okay? So he's +2 materials. He's a knight for a pawn up. I take on e4. Rook comes across. I play bishop f5. What's the threat? We are lining up a discovery against kingy wingy there. Okay. And also defending the pawn on e4. He pushes pawn forwards, I push forwards with check. He retreats, I give check. He comes there, I line up my rook with his king. He takes a free pawn. I take a pawn with check. I did think about this quite a bit. Okay, takes. Wait for it. The position is coming up any second. Okay. Rook a to d8, check. King has to move onto the c-file. I give check again with the bishop. Right, a -2 materials, and he trades. Now his knight comes out. Okay. Now rook d6, having a sniff at this pawn, also defending my knight. He attacks with the bishop, and I can take the pawn and defend my c7 pawn at the same time. Pawn up, king up, right? I'm heading kind of for this square, I guess, to try and just defend all my pawns. Great position, about to appear on the board. Okay, pawn comes up, we trade off. Okay, I'm one material down at this point. I've got 5 pawns, which are admittedly not the tidiest. Okay, he has an extra bishop. No, he doesn't. He has an extra bishop and a knight for a rook. Okay, so it's very equal. Kick the knight, knight retreats. Okay. Rook e2 check, knight blocks, and now we get to it. Well, we're nearly there. Okay. The move that I play next, I notice that both the knights are pinned by both of my rooks. Okay. So I now play knight e4, attacking both knights, both of which are pinned, and neither of which can take. So surely I'm saying to myself, okay, I'm going to win material here because I'm attacking both knights, right? But first question, Nelson finds a corker here, I think. Can Nelson get out of this position without losing material? Pause if you need to. Okay, so I'm making a big, hairy assumption here. My big assumption is that his king can't move. So this is interesting because like if his king can move, okay. Now this bishop is defending that knight, but nothing is defending this knight. So this is, I mean, one of these. It's a huge thing in chess. Responding to attacks. It's very easy to be drawn into going down under attack, 2 attackers, no defenders, piece lost. But it ain't always necessarily so. There's about 12 things that you can do when you're under attack. Okay, and one of them is the counter attack. Okay, so let's think it through. This knight's okay because it's it's attacked once. So as long as the king goes to any of these squares. Well, not that one or that one, because it'd be in check, right? The king goes to any of these squares, it's still defending that knight. So it's attacked twice and defended twice. So there's no benefit to the attacker for trading, right? This knight is the problem, because this is attacked twice and defended 0 times, right? But Nelson goes king d3. Yes, the knight is attacked twice and only defended once, but it doesn't matter, because he's upped the old danger levels. Right, and now it's time to pause again because I've got a rook under attack. I want to win material, but can I? You know? Yeah, my rook's under attack. If I take here, bishop takes rook, then yeah, I've just given up the exchange. If I take here, he takes there. So what is black's next move? What's the move that I find? There's only one move that works. And I think so. I haven't analysed, right? The winning move that I think I found is knight takes c3. Because this knight is now defended by my rook and in turn now defends that rook. So very interesting position, and there's nothing you can do. Right, so now all I have to do is simplify down. I'm up in exchange and 2 pawns. Okay, and there we go, a nice king bishop fork. classic, right? My job here is to remove material, but also, yeah, I want to get rid of his high-speed piece. So we eliminate the bishop, we mess up his pawns, we grab the knight, and it's all over. Yeah, very straightforward, really. So here, I'm just locking my rook onto here. It's defended by a pawn. I don't have to worry about the king capturing the rook. And Harry can just dance up the board. Okay, there we go. I just get a rook. And we do a ladder mate now. There we go. Very, very simple. Okay, but yeah, fascinating position there, I thought. Nice bit of calculation by Nelson and by me. Let's just have a quick look at the review on this one as well. So that was... There you go. Welcome to Late Night Chess. Welcome to Chess Drive Time. Hell's teeth. 9 missed wins for me. 9. Go on then. Okay, so this is good. G6 is actually preferable. Okay. And that's a blunder. This leads to losing bishop. Why? Why? It has to be G6, yeah? No. Oh, what? Go on then. Okay, so that is just an example of the chess.com report just going, because he didn't lost the bishop at all. I clearly see 2 bishops on the board. This leads to losing a bishop my arse. Right, okay, anyway. So I do this. Trades, and this is a missed win. Oh, he hung his knight. There you go. This is, well, but look, here's the point. It's at night, I'm tired, I'm ready for bed, I don't want a load of stress. I just thought let's have a nice little fun game, so I'm playing a bot. It's not serious, don't matter. King d1 is good. He should have... oh, yeah, oh, he did. He did have bishop takes f7. Well, well, well. So, and a mistake. And again, I should have done that. Wow. Another missed win. Knight e5. That's a great move. That's actually the best move. Okay, well, the reason why this is a miss is because I'm in a very good position and my knight's hanging. So the counterattack was wrong because takes. Okay, so there's times when counterattacks don't work, and this is one of them. Yeah, this is one of them because of the continuity. Takes, and then his pawn can take one more time. So silly old Hunty. And that was just crap. Okay, and that sows that. And he finally does this. So he's okay. Bishop takes d4, and I'm actually -6, just dead winning. Okay, and that's a miss. h6. Well, he can't go there. He can't go there. He'd have to go there. Yeah, h6 forces the knight back. So another miss. Mistake. Another miss. Still h6. Ay, ay, ay. But this is why we play bots, just for kicks. Okay. And now it's almost everything. A series of mistakes. Oh my gosh. Okay. Mistake, inaccuracy, mistake. Great move. Best. Great move. Best. This mistake. And that's a great move. And I didn't need to take back even. Oh, bloody hell. That's a great move. This is mistake. Oh dear. Alright, hey, best move. Here we go. And another miss. And a blunder. And that's... Oh dear. Anyway, we're trying to get to the fun bit. Okay, that's a mistake. That's a blunder. That's... okay. And that's a miss. Because knight d5. Oh, knight d5 from here. I've got 2 attackers on this knight. And I'm also attacking the undefended bishop. You see? That's the difference. Undefended bishop. And that information is just there by reading the board. Okay? Pinned piece, undefended, right? Knight on here. What can I do? Well, I can go to this square and attack 2 of these targets. These are both targets. Anything that's pinned, you should be thinking it's a target. Anything that's undefended, you should be thinking, is it a target? Can I attack? And if I've got a spare horse, right, can I attack 2 at once? Yes, you can. I attacked 2 pieces at once, thinking that they couldn't both be defended, when indeed they could. But then I found that move, and he misses. He should have played knight c4, apparently. And there we go. Okay. All good. But yeah, I thought that was a fun one, didn't you? Anyway, so yeah, makes up for this slightly disappointing first game, which I thought was pretty tight. And, you know, I'm starting to get a kick out of playing tight. You know, I did my over the board game the other day. It was a bit of a tussle, you know, inaccuracies either way, nothing major. But that's going to be the way that chess games are won moving forward if I'm going to progress up through 1500s, 1600s and upwards. We'll see. All right, guys, thanks you all for watching. See you later.